Jeremy from OpticHouse.com. One of the biggest things that has helped me improve as an artist over the past year or two has been making it a habit of studying my drawings from figure drawing workshops. The first thing is going to figure drawing at all. If you don't go and you're wondering why your drawings don't get better, there is nothing that will help you more than getting in front of live human beings and studying the human form in the round. Being able to look at someone, study their anatomy, see how the parts go together, going to different workshops and seeing different models and really understanding, the wide variety of ways in which the human body can be put together, and how things we see in an anatomy book look like in real life. Because, what you see in anatomy books is just a guideline to get you started. It's an average. And each book is different because each artist chooses a different average. But the other thing is that I take my drawings from figure drawing classes, particularly the poor ones, and I think I've posted other videos of this. I take my drawings that did not come out well, and I redraw them. I don't copy them. What I do is I try to fix them. I look at what I did with each drawing, and I look at where things are out of perspective or out of proportion, where the details aren't lined up right, where the perspective is off. I look at all of these things and I try to fix them in drawings. And my idea behind this, really after taking years of figure drawing classes, instructed figure drawing classes, I realized, and my instructor, the main instructor I've been studying with for several years, Carl Ganas, kind of has said many times that he can give us information, but it's up to us to turn it into knowledge. Meaning we have to really ingest it, digest it, process it, and make it our own. Someone can tell you stuff and you can read art books until you're blue in the face, but until you learn how to actually utilize the information on your own, it's not going to do you much good. And you really need, when I say on your own, that is the most important part. And as you look at these drawings, even the ones that are the fixes and the studies still have things that are wrong with them, things that are still out of proportion, eyes that are too far apart, a nose that doesn't line up properly with the cheekbones, all these little details. A big problem is the back of the skull. I either draw it pushed too far forward, or I have it too tall, and trying to make sure that it fits volumetrically where it should. In chasing these things, one of the things, and as you can see, a lot of these are head drawings because I'm redrawing ones from a classic Carl Ganas teaches called Heads, Hands, and Feet, which it's fantastic to be able to focus on just those things because they're big problem areas for most artists. One of the things that I'm chasing is the primitive, that basic form. Like right here when I draw in that ball for the cranium and then the under part of the jaw, that right there. Before you get to anything else in the figure, if you don't get those basic things right, you're screwed. Your drawing just isn't going to feel right. So what I'm trying to sort of reduce the form. Even though I'm going in here and I'm adding hair and nose and lips and mouth and eyes, one of the big things I'm doing, particularly in this drawing you see right here, I'm really trying to notice how I wait a little bit before I add the nose and the ears. I was trying to think about just here's the basic shape of the skull, here's the shape of the jaw attached to it, the indentations for the eye sockets, and the protrusion of the muzzle, of the mouth. And those are the basic forms before you add any other details on top of it. And if you can't draw just those basic things well and have them feel convincing, then go back and work on it until you can do them well. Because nothing else you put on top of it's going to look right. Everything else is going to be skewed and out of proportion. So, I remember in college I ran track and field, and my instructor, my coach, when I ran track and field, used to say that good form is not comfortable. Meaning doing things that look right and feel right does not come natural. We screw them up instinctively. Not instinctively. Sometimes you have a natural, penchant for it. But overall, when we're studying things, it takes work and dedication and focus to have things to have good form. It doesn't come naturally. And that's one of the things that I'm really, really chasing with a lot of these studies, is just trying to achieve that basic primitive, but to get a more perfect primitive. That's it for now. Check out my website, optichouse.com. If you enjoy these videos, please share them. Also, sign up for my weekly newsletter to get a free digital download and see what else I'm working on. Go be creative.